guys, it's Gilly Hunt here with an Easter special for you. I'm bringing you my lovely little Easter chicks that you can sit around the house for fun, or you can make into nice little Easter egg hunts for the children. But look what happens when you pick one up. Well, not only have you got a nice little chick that you could put into a basket, but look what happens. He lays an egg. So tucked inside this little chicken goes a little mini egg. Pop his tail up and he keeps hold of it and holds on to it quite happily whilst you move him around. And then you just squeeze and lower the tail and he lays his little egg. Isn't that fun? I have to do it one more time just to show you. And we squeeze and we lower his... Whee! Oh, and it's gone across the table. I can't get it back now, so there you go. So I'm going to show you how to make these. So let's just let this little cluck, 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 cluck go on their way. And let's get going. All you're going to need is 2 pieces of 4 inch by 4 inch designer series paper. The wonderful thing about the designer series paper from Stampin' Up is it's a little bit thicker than an ordinary crafting paper, and so it gives you the stiffness, but it's not chunky and heavy like cardstock, so it gives you the ability to make these really nice crisp folds. So you need 2 pieces. They can be contrasting if you want. I'll just show you the ones that I've done here. Look, we've got the contrast, so his head is different from his body, or you can make them in the same. It's up to you. I quite like a little contrast. It kind of exaggerates their sort of funkiness. And what we're going to do is very simple. We are going to fold, so let's just put that one to one side. We're going to fold this in half across the diagonal so that we make a large triangle. Okay, that's as simple as that. And then we're going to unfold it. And really it's helpful if you do have a bone folder. I'm a bit of a one for using my nails, which is really bad for your nails, but a bone folder just gives you that nice crisp crease. So there we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to unfold it, but looking at that line down the middle, we're going to take this side up to that line so that we create another triangle. Okay, and we're going to do the same on this side. We're going to fold this in and we're going to just keep an eye on this corner, so I might just put my finger on that little edge to make sure it stays in place. Okay, and we're going to just fold that. So we've brought the sides inwards to meet in the middle, so we've now got what I would call a kite shape really, and we're just going to take the top and fold it down. And we're just going to fold it down along that line that's kind of naturally there. So we've now made another triangle. Okay, and now we're going to take this side of the kite, this pointed end, and we're going to bring it up so that the point meets the middle at the top here. Okay. And then the last fold, using this as a guiding edge, we're going to pull, so I'm going to just hold my fingers there just to make sure that this doesn't pull it out of the place. That's the line we're going to try and fold to. We're going to just ease this up, okay, so that it comes up along that line, and then we're going to fold it over and crease it. Okay, and then we're going to unfold it. And we're going to do the same on the other side, but it's easier just to turn it round. So I'm making sure that this is totally along, the crease is totally along where the sides of that triangle was, okay? So we've now folded this up, and that creates our little shape. And all we're going to do is then pop his tail out. And that is the bottom part of your little chick. So there's the sides and there's his tail. Okay, and now we're going to do exactly the same again, but at one point we're going to make a change. So we're going to do exactly the same. Fold this one along the centre. Okay, we're going to fold the sides in exactly the same way as we did before, making sure that we get a nice sharp point at this end. Okay, and it is worth taking your time. I'm doing these quite rapidly, but the neater the folds, the neater the little chick will be and the better it'll work in the end. And then we're going to fold the top down just like we did before. And this is where we're going to do something just slightly different. So at this point, we are then going to turn it over before bringing the point up. So if you remember last time, we just brought the point up. This time, we've turned the whole thing up on its side, and we are bringing this up at this side, okay? And we're going back to the same as we did before. We're going to push these sides in and crease, okay? Push this side in and crease. So they're both identical except for that one extra turn. And the reason you want the extra turn is because what we want is now this is going to become the head part, and we need these little flaps on the outside, not on the inside. If you look on this one, the flaps come on the inside. Okay, on this one they come on the outside, which means this is the head, and you can always tell which is the head because it has this little V at the back. Okay, and that's because we turned it over, so it's almost like inside out. And this is all we do. Those little pockets there, that one there, and that one there, those two on the outside, okay, those two we're going to bring across, and we're going to slot those pieces into them. So we're taking that sticking out part and that sticking out part of the triangle, and we're going to slot them in to the side pockets. Watch, pop it in. And as that goes in, that creates the little triangular shape for our little chap. So we've now created that triangular shape. I'll just show you that one more time because this is the difficult bit, is the slotting them together. So we've got this one, which we've got slotted this way round. So it now has this little V at the back and the two little pockets, one at each side. And we put that up like that with the V at the back. Here is our one that we pulled the tail out on. And these little points here fit into those two side pockets, so into there and into that side and that side, and then we just push down and the whole thing becomes this little triangular little hen. And now all we have to do is decorate it. So here's the easy bit, and here's the fun bit. And of course you can do this any way you like, but the way I like to do it is I like to just cut an at random little beak. And for some reason I quite like red as a beak colour for my hens. And it can be a big long one, it can be a little short one, you can put it at a funny angle, you can put it at a downwards angle. It's totally up to you. You can give them all their own little character really. So I'm going to push this one in a little bit further because that's quite a big chunky little beak, okay? And all I do is I just put some glue on the bottom, either side, and I slot it in, and I just hold it together for a couple of minutes, which helps just swish that glue together, okay? So there we are. There we've got a little beak, okay? Now the other thing we need to do is to give him some eyes, and I like to use googly eyes for this, but you could just draw a little circle if you wanted, or you could cut a circle of white and black card, but I like to buy these little googly eyes, which you can usually buy from something like a stationery store, really cheap, and I just pop a little bit of glue on there and a little bit of glue on there, trying to make their eyes roughly the same level. But again, if you want to make these with children and you want to have a bit of fun And you think, well, they might get a bit sort of upset if theirs doesn't look perfectly even. Well, why not make it purposefully that you have one up and one down, so that you end up with them looking a bit sort of cartoon-like. You can even go for extra large googly eyes. So there you go, there's his eyes. And we now need a little wing. And I've found lots of different ways to do wings. When I first made these for the very first time, we had a lovely punch in the catalogue, Stampin' Up catalogue, which had a bird's wing. So I used the bird's wing. So if you still have that punch, then by all means use it. So I'm now going to show you some alternatives I've found that work. I found that if you have a little circle or a little tiny scalloped circle, you fold it in half. And this is what we need to do. We need to take a scoop at about a third of the way up and down. Maybe a little bit more. I've gone almost to half there, haven't I? Okay. And we're just taking a little scoop out. And then what we're going to do is from here, I'm just going to take right up along the edge and then curve the top. And that gives you two very nice little wings if you wanted, with a little sort of frilly edge, which is quite fun. The alternative is to do the same. I've got a balloon punch here. So one of the balloon punch, it's the smaller of the two on the balloon punch. Let me just show you. Here's the balloon punch that we have in the catalogue, and it has a large one and a smaller one, and it's the smaller size I've used. And all I'm going to do is fold that in half. Okay. And I'm going to do just a little bit of trimming of the balloon so that we get both sides the same. And I get rid of the little knobbly bit of the balloon. And I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to take from this corner, I'm going to take a little semicircle piece out. Okay, little semicircle piece out. And then from that point, I'm going to go along the line of the fold and then just give it a little circly top. And that again gives you a nice little wing shape. Okay, and the last idea to try, if you're not sure, is to do a little markings. These are 3 centimetres and that's 2 centimetres. I've just put a little mark and I'm going to cut from about a third of the way up. I'm going to cut as if I was going to cut a heart. Okay, so there's my little heart shape, half a heart, and I've come not into a pointy heart but quite a chunky bottomed heart, so I'm coming in quite a lot. And then I'm going to do exactly what I'd done before. I'm just going to cut a little piece, but actually we're already there on this one, and that again makes quite a pretty little wing. So I'm going to leave that with you to decide how you want to design your own wings. But that's the basics of how to make a really fun egg laying. Oh, I'm trying to find one that's got one in. Here we go. Here we go. Here's your egg laying little chick. And we pull him down and out pops the little egg. And we've even got a spotty one to match the spotty paper. How's that? Thanks very much. Bye-bye.